This is the oldest version of Nuke that I could find, and this is Nuke now. I'm gonna be showing you guys how much Nuke has evolved over the years and how much better it has gone as a map. Alright, so here we are with the original version of Nuke. Okay, so this map was a little bit scuffed when downloading it. Some of the textures decided to go invisible, and honestly, I have no clue why. So we're just gonna kind of work with it, because honestly, I have no clue why they went invisible, and I did try to fix it, and I just couldn't. So we're just gonna work with it. So we're gonna start things off by looking at the scenery. So as you can see in the older version, they use big, huge stones to block us off from seeing to the outside world. And they're very big for, like, no reason at all. They're, like, triple our height. We can't even, you know, I bet we could probably glitch up there in the older versions and probably, like, mess up the map. I don't know. They're just very big for no reason. But in the newer version of the map, they decided to add fences, which I like way more because it feels way more open than those big, huge walls. And it just feels like you're more free than, you know, those walls blocking everything. You can't really see the sky. You can't see, like, what's over there. I just think these fences are definitely way better for what they're going for, at least. And I like this way more. While when I look at this just makes me very claustrophobic because it's very tight to go anywhere. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be showing you guys in this map is a site. So at first glance, as you can see, it is very open and not many places to hide in this area. You can hide behind these boxes, maybe, but again, like, there's just not a lot of places to hide because they can come from over there and they can come from the door like this. They can come from anywhere. So it's not really a lot of opportunities to hide when you're defending the site. So yeah, it's very open here. With the newer version of CS, we have these two big silos right here, which helps for cover and helps, you know, to help you plant the bomb. Well, the other one just has those two boxes right there. This one, you can just, you know, go behind it, plant. If someone's in heaven, you know, just go over here, plant. Like, there's so much more cover in this newer version than in the old version. Well, in this version, we don't really have a big silo to hide behind. We only have these three boxes. There are three boxes. One is just invisible, but there are three boxes here. Another big thing that I noticed about the site is this container right here. They decided to add a window, which I don't even know why they thought this was a good idea to begin with, but I mean, I guess it's here. So when going into the site, you not only have to look at this door, but you also have to look at this window to make sure you don't die from both sides. So basically, you can get sandwiched in this container. I don't feel like this container is a really good place to even go, to be honest. I don't know how people did anything back then with this container, but I mean, this is how the map looks. So in the newer version of this map, you know, you're really safe to go, you know, around here. If you want to shoot people, you go ahead. It's totally safe. You can even hit the wall. It's perfectly fine. Nothing really wrong with going up heaven, and it's perfectly fine. Well, but in the older version, watch your step because you can certainly fall through those beams, and you also take damage for it. So you got to be careful when walking around these beams right here. This is fine, but of course, all these beams around here, you're gonna need to be careful for. In the new version, it you know, protects you, but this version, it's less lenient. Other than the one thing of the beams, heaven is basically the same, not really much to it. Overall, they definitely improved A-Site from this version to the newer version, and I'm really happy with what we have in the newer version, especially since we have that big silo. I need that big silo. Now let's head on over to the second site, which is B-Site. Now, this site isn't always this open. It's very open right now, but there's supposed to be a box right about here that just kind of went invisible. Like I said, the textures sometimes go invisible, and I don't know why, but there is supposed to be a box there. Here's what this site is supposed to look like when there is a box. This is what it looks like currently. I don't know why I did this, but there is supposed to be a box here. It's kind of like the big power bank in the newer version, but, you know, it's just this box. So now to start things off with this site, as you can see, we don't only have to worry about one vent, we now have to worry about two vents. In the newer version of this map, the vents don't even connect to B-Site. The vents are all the way over here going into B-Site instead of connecting right to it. But in the older version, they decided to have two, which I don't really know why they decided to have two. I feel like it's definitely harder, but yeah. Now, admittedly, when you try to go in the vents, you do have to crouch, so I guess that makes sense why there's two. You can't really run like in the newer version where you can just walk through, but in this version, you do have to crouch, which I think is definitely harder to navigate through the vents and definitely slower if you're trying to, you know, defuse a bomb in one of the sites. Like, definitely B-Site, if there's a bomb there and you're trying to run fast to defuse it, you're not going to be running fast. You're going to be crouching through the vents. So I guess the vents is like kind of like a last ditch kind of thing if you want to, you know, go defuse the bomb. Another thing that you can notice is that in this older version, they have a spaceship instead of, you know, nothing up there, which I think is pretty cool. I think this spaceship is actually really epic. As you can see in the newer version, they don't really have that spaceship up here. They just have beams, nothing really crazy. I mean, they have this, as you can see, there's stuff over there, but I mean, like, there isn't anything crazy like a spaceship. There's just, you know, these beams, and that's kind of it. The window area is relatively the same. Nothing really much happened, except there's no console here. As you can see, this is what they added. But before this was added, this is what they had. A VCR machine, a I don't even know what the hell this thing is. Like something. It kind of looks like those things in the old movies that like, you know, go around and then show the movie, project it. Kind of like those things. That's kind of what it looks like. I don't know what the fuck it is though. But yeah, they have that. So the last thing I'll talk about for this site is the doors. I mean, just look at them. They're horrendous. This is the older version's doors, and these are the doors now. God, I'm so glad they changed it. The last thing I really want to talk about for this map is this area right here. As you can see, it is so much different from the newer version. This is the old version, and this is the newer version, which is so different. As you can tell, there's not like a huge amount of room here. You can actually go into B site right here. There's not just a huge wall. I just feel like this right here is so much better because it's definitely more cram-packed and better to go into sites this way. I mean, just look how much open room there is right here. In the newer version, there's stairs right there, but in this version, there just isn't. I mean, you can like go around. There's just all this open room right here, and if someone's defending, they can definitely just shoot you and kill you because you have to go all the way around into the site, and this is where A site is. Oh yeah, and if you're looking for those stairs to go into B site, they're over here. You have to walk all the way around behind the enemy team if you even want to go to the site. So they changed a lot going up to the newer version of CS, which I'm happy about because I kind of like the stairs being right there instead of, you know, this. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Overall, it's really cool to see how far this map has come over the years and how much better it looks as things moved on in the world. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys would like me to look at any other older maps, let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.